Did you know that what you do in the first 30 minutes after a meal could quickly shape how long you live? As we age, we're told to watch what we eat. Less sugar, more fiber, smaller portions, but far less attention is paid to when we act and how our post-meal habits can affect longevity just as much as the food on our plates. Those 30 minutes after eating form a critical window. Slip into one of 5 common mistakes during this time and you can overload your digestion, strain your heart, and sap overall health. In this video, we'll break down the 5 things to avoid in that half hour if you want to age with a clear mind, steady strength, and lasting energy. These aren't extreme rules or medical gimmicks, just simple tweaks that help your body do what it's built to do: absorb nutrients, stay balanced, and repair itself. Each small, almost invisible adjustment can shield organs, boost metabolism, and lower the risk of chronic disease over the long run. Stay with me to the end. Learning what not to do after a meal may be the single most powerful longevity tip you ever hear. Make even one change today and you could add years to your life. Mistake number 1. Stretching out right after you eat. Sliding into a recliner the moment you finish lunch or dinner feels harmless, but your digestive system needs gravity during the first 30 minutes. Food should travel downward, through the food pipe, esophagus, into the stomach, and onto the intestines. If you lie flat or lean way back too soon, that flow slows down. Getting older makes this worse. The muscle ring that keeps stomach acid from moving back up, the lower esophageal sphincter, weakens over time. Lying flat lets acid slip into the food pipe and create that burning feeling in your chest or throat. If it happens often, the lining gets irritated and bigger problems can develop. When the flow of food slows, your body must work harder to absorb nutrients. Energy drops, immunity dips, and even mental sharpness can fade. Frank, a 70-year-old retired truck driver, always took a nap right after lunch. He kept waking with a scratchy throat and deep fatigue. The fix was simple: stay upright for at least 30 minutes after meals. The burning stopped, and his afternoon energy returned. You don't have to skip rest. Just stay seated, read a few pages, chat with family, or watch the birds outside. Anything that keeps you upright. Better yet, wait a full hour before lying down. It's a small change, but over time it means the difference between slow, silent damage and smooth, gentle repair. Good digestion isn't only about what we eat. It's also about how we treat our bodies afterward. The older we get, the more these quiet inner systems need a bit of respect and a helping hand from gravity. Mistake number 2. Jumping into a power walk or any hard exercise right after eating. We've all heard that a short walk after a meal helps digestion, and gentle movement really can boost blood flow and shake off that heavy feeling. But the moment you switch from an easy stroll to a fast walk, stair climb, or light jog, especially if you're over 60, you may end up slowing digestion instead of speeding it up. Right after you eat, your body flips into a rest and digest setting. Blood heads straight to the stomach and intestines to break food down and absorb nutrients. Start powering your legs too soon, and that same blood gets pulled back to your muscles. Now your stomach and your stride are fighting for fuel. Digestion slows, gas and cramps creep in, and your muscles tire out faster because the blood supply keeps jumping back and forth. Age makes this tug-of-war tougher. Blood vessels stiffen, the heart works harder, and your insulin response, the way your body handles blood sugar, becomes less steady. Take Carol, a 68-year-old who loved staying active. Every night, fork down, shoes on, off she went for a brisk walk. Instead of feeling lively, she came home dizzy, bloated, and worn out. Once, she waited just 30 to 45 minutes before heading out. Everything changed. No more stomach knots, steady energy, and her walks feel great again. You're not meant to sit frozen like a statue. Clear the table, sway to some music, or shuffle slowly around the house. Just keep it light. Listen to your body. Still feel full, breathing calm, heart racing. If things feel heavy, give it another 15 to 30 minutes. Respecting that short window lets your body handle nutrients, balance blood sugar, and store energy the way it's built to. Living longer isn't about move more at any cost. It's about moving at the right time and pace. Let digestion do its job first, and you'll move forward wisely. If you're still here and found this tip helpful, drop a 2 in the comments so I know you're with us. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the next episode. Your support keeps this channel growing and the good info coming. Mistake number 3. Chugging a tall glass of ice water right after a meal. Plenty of us grew up with the habit of finishing a meal and immediately reaching for an ice-cold drink. It feels refreshing, especially on a hot day. But downing a lot of very cold water right after you eat can quietly throw your digestion off course. And over time, that ripple touches your energy, immunity, and even heart health. Here's what happens. When you flood your stomach with ice water, you hit your system with a sudden temperature shock. The digestive tract responds by tightening its blood vessels, enzyme activity slows, and dietary fats, especially animal fats, start to thicken and solidify in the cooler environment, making them harder to break down. Your gut ends up working longer and harder just to pull nutrients out of the same meal. If you're young with a fast metabolism, this slowdown might barely register. But past 60 or 70, the digestive machinery naturally runs a bit slower and more delicately. Cold water piled on top can delay stomach emptying, bump up bloating, and keep nutrients from being absorbed as efficiently. Over time, that drag can also disturb the balance of gut bacteria, one of the immune system's key defenders in later life. Take Sam, a 70-year-old retired steelworker who kept a thermos of ice water at every meal. He thought it was keeping him hydrated, yet he constantly felt heavy in the gut, battled cramps, and crashed mid-afternoon. When he swapped the ice water for warm or room temperature drinks, everything shifted. Lighter digestion, fewer cramps, steadier energy. It wasn't a sacrifice, it was a relief. Water itself isn't the problem. Staying hydrated after meals helps food move through the system. The real issue is the temperature and the amount. Big gulps of ice water on a full stomach add extra strain to a system that needs smooth, gentle flow. A smarter play? Sip slowly and stick with room temperature water or warm drinks. Herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, or mint are rock stars after a meal. They relax the gut and cut down on gas and bloating. Even a few sips of warm water with lemon can work wonders, nudging digestion forward instead of freezing it in place. These small changes won't make headlines, but over weeks and months, they keep your inner engine running smoothly. Less inflammation, better vitamin absorption, and steady support for your heart and brain. How we treat digestion sets the tone for the rest of the body. Rush it, overload it, or ignore its signals, and we pay the price. Support it, protect it, and give it what it needs, and it pays us back with real, long-lasting quality of life. Mistake number 4. Hopping into the shower or tub right after you eat. A warm shower can feel like pure comfort, especially as we get older. It loosens stiff joints, soothes sore muscles, and helps us relax. The problem? If you hop under the water too soon after a meal, you quietly rob your stomach of the blood it needs to digest food and pull out the nutrients that keep you strong. Here's what's happening under the hood. The moment you finish eating, your digestive system becomes command central. Blood rushes to the stomach, liver, pancreas, and the intestines to power the complex job of breaking food down, absorbing vitamins, and balancing glucose. Step into hot water, though, and your skin suddenly demands that same blood flow so the body can shed heat. Circulation is pulled toward the surface, leaving less for the gut right when it needs the most. That redistribution might seem minor, but past 60 or 70, when blood vessels are less elastic and the circulatory system isn't quick on the draw, it can spark subtle yet real fallout. Sluggish digestion, nausea, a wave of fatigue. Pile that strain on day after day and nutrient absorption suffers, while the heart and vessels work overtime to keep up. Take Helen, a 76-year-old retired schoolteacher who loved a hot shower immediately after dinner. She figured it helped her sleep, yet she woke up with heartburn, bloat, and a vague discomfort she couldn't pin down. Her doctor urged her to wait just 30 to 45 minutes after eating before heading to the bathroom. The change was dramatic. Better sleep, calmer digestion, and a body that finally felt at ease again. You don't have to swear off a post-meal shower forever. The key is timing. Give your gut a good half hour, even better 45 minutes, to do the heavy lifting before you ask your circulation to double book itself. That short pause keeps internal systems from tripping over one another. If you crave relaxation right after eating, choose something that won't steal blood from the digestive tract. Sit by the window, play soft music, read something calming. You'll get the peace you're after while your body quietly heals and processes food. Then treat yourself to that warm shower as a reward, once digestion has a head start. Patience is a small act of respect for the systems that keep you going. If you found this tip helpful and you're still here, drop a 4 in the comments so I know you made it to the end. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and tap the bell. Your support helps us keep bringing you practical, uplifting content. Mistake number 5. Diving into stress right after you eat. The first half hour after a meal matters more than you might think. You push back from the table, feel pleasantly full, maybe a bit drowsy, and almost by reflex grab your phone, scan a worrying email, pay bills, or jump into a deep talk with family. Those everyday tasks can quietly rob your body of the chance to rest, heal, and protect itself as you age. Digestion isn't only physical, it runs hands in with your nervous system. Right after eating, your body is built to stay in its calming rest and digest mode. But the second you pile on stress, money worries, family drama, even a brain-teasing puzzle that gets your heart racing, you switch to fight or flight. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline surge, steering blood and energy away from your gut towards survival muscles. The result? Slower digestion, gas, bloating, and blood sugar swings. If stress tags along after every meal, the damage snowballs. Your pancreas works overtime, your stomach absorbs fewer nutrients, and your immune system weakens because it's juggling food and stress at the same time. Take Thomas, an 80-year-old who opened every bill and legal notice right at lunchtime. He thought it kept him on top of life, but soon felt wiped out, queasy, and drained every afternoon. Doctors found no clear cause. When Thomas started eating with no distractions and saved the meal for 30 minutes later, everything turned around. Smoother digestion and a calmer mood all day. Your emotional weather after a meal shapes far more than feelings. It shapes health. Handling chores, big talks, or tough calls is fine, but the timing matters. Give yourself at least 30 minutes where your only job is to breathe, digest, and simply be. The world can wait. Your body can't. Swap stimulation for softness, problem-solving for presence, conflict for quiet. That pause soothes digestion, the heart, the brain, and your peace of mind. Over months and years, that calm becomes one of your best health tools. Your choices after eating don't need to be perfect, just thoughtful. In those quiet minutes and small daily habits lies a big part of how long and how well you'll live. Final thoughts. Before we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with one simple, yet crucial, reminder. The small choices you make after every meal don't just determine how you feel in the moment. They shape your long-term health. Which of today's 5 habits struck you the most? Which ones have you been overlooking without realizing the damage they might be causing? We all want to live longer, but more than that, we want to live better, with clear minds, strong bodies, and inner calm. The truth is, you don't need fancy diets or pricey supplements to get there. Often, it starts with humble decisions. Don't lie down right away, don't leap into vigorous activity, don't overload your body with extra stress. It's easy to say, that's the way I've always done it, but awareness gives you the chance to try a softer, smarter approach. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just pick one habit and test it out after your next meal. Give your body that pocket of time. That bit of space, that sigh of relief it's been asking for. And if you notice even a small improvement, keep going. With every quiet choice that supports digestion, circulation, and hormonal balance, you're also boosting brain health, daily energy, sleep quality, and longevity. It's your way of telling your body, I'm still taking care of you. And that simple act of self-respect adds up in powerful, if subtle ways. You've lived long enough to see wellness fads come and go. Real wisdom is spotting what truly works and testing it. The most ordinary, consistent actions brings us more years, more energy, and more peace. Thank you for spending your time with us today. We love to hear from you. Drop a comment sharing what resonated with you and how you plan to use it in your life. Your feedback inspires us to create more helpful content. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends and family. Your support keeps us going and helps others discover information that can make a difference. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.